What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is StoneMountain64, and today I'm going to be doing a view from the mountain, letting you guys know my horizons, the view from the mountain. And let me tell you, it's a nice sunset we got, so kick back, relax. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Ghosts a little bit. They actually have their DLC coming out today, January 28th. I'm actually recording this on Monday, but I'll talk as if you're watching it on Tuesday, since this is when it's going to go up. The new DLC is dropping, so that's pretty big news. I want to talk about that for a bit. And then also, we found out some new information about TitanFall, that they're going to be releasing a beta. Hell yes, we get to try the game out, and I think this is a beautiful, beautiful strategy. This is what Battlefield did for Battlefield 3. I'm sure they did it for the ones before, but I think Battlefield 3, if memory serves, yeah, that was probably the first time I really tried out Battlefield on my own, where I got the beta, and then I ended up buying the game because I really enjoyed the game. I think that's a great strategy, giving people a test of it, so that way they can, get a feel for it and then actually want to purchase it. Great strategy, and they're also doing some more stuff, which I'll talk about in a sec, but I like that. It's only going to be, obviously, on the 3... I think I read an IGN report it was going to be on the 360, but I know it's going to be on the Xbox One and PC, which obviously this is where the game is going to be, so it's nice that they're going to be releasing the beta everywhere. We haven't heard if it's going to be open or closed beta. I can only assume it's going to be open, but very exciting stuff, and it's going to be nice to get a test. So it comes out February 14th, and the full game is going to come out March 11th. So it's a few weeks. It'll probably be up for about 2, and then the beta will go offline for about a week, and then the game will be released. I'm definitely getting it first day. Gonna go pre-order that very soon. But another thing with Titanfall actually is that somebody from EA contacted me, and I'm actually gonna be going out to a Titanfall event where I'm gonna get to meet some of the people that worked on the game, find out all of the details, ins and outs, give you guys my impressions on it, on the full version of the game, which is going to be really exciting. That's going to be in another week or two. Hopefully before the beta comes out, I'll be able to get you guys that content. There is going to be, a delay on when I can do all of that, and it's not just me going. I guess they're contacting a lot of people associated with YouTube, as well as a variety of different, reviewing websites or magazines, things like that are going to be going. So I am thrilled that they invited me. As a YouTuber, it's pretty cool feeling to be invited without even having to ask. I gotta say, I'm honored, definitely, especially with such a hype game. But this is something that I think is such a beautiful strategy. Just like Battlefield did, they're bringing in the beta, and they already have so much hype for this game, which is what I'm pretty actually surprised about. The thing is, when I first saw it, it didn't seem like that special of a game to me, just off of my initial impression of watching the gameplay. Now, I've never played it, but I think that's probably the difference. Everybody that I've heard who's played it, their impressions about it have been insanely positive, and it's, that fast-paced feel like Call of Duty, but it's something new. You have the mech warfare, which actually, I've played mech games before. I don't know how many of you guys remember, there was a game back on the original Xbox. I think it was Mech Assault 2, I think they even have. I think that was the one I played, was the second one, but very fun game, and love mech games, and this is a huge implementation. You have the parkour aspect, so that kind of grew on me the more I watched some videos about it and learned more about it. And the thing is too, that they're solely focused on the multiplayer aspect. There's no single player campaign, which granted, some people do like the single players. I personally never found the first person shooter campaigns to be all that special. I played Modern Warfare 3, 2, Black Ops 1, Battlefield 3, but I played all those campaigns, but I really don't remember any of them. And there were really nothing that special to me. A lot of it's just kind of the same repetition. And to me, the multiplayer aspect, that competitive feeling, is really what I love. I love to annihilate people and prove how good I am, almost, That's my fun aspect of the game. So their sole focus on multiplayer, I think, is really going to help push the game to the next level. And so their positive reviews that they've already been getting before the game's even released, this game has so much hype around it. It's, that futuristic fighter that's more similar to Halo style, but it's like a mix between Call of Duty and Halo. That's my best understanding of it so far. But I'm going to be able to get some more hands-on experience with it, get a feeling for it. But this is how it ties to my original point also of talking about the Call of Duty DLC, is that this is actually the first time I don't have the DLC already pre-ordered. For Black Ops 1, I got the Season Pass or whatever. I got all the DLC. Actually, I don't even know if they had a Season Pass for it back then, but I got all the DLC for Black Ops 1. For Modern Warfare 3, I had the Season Pass, Elite, I think it was called. And then I did the same thing, Black Ops 2. Loved Black Ops 2, insanely great game. Black Ops 1 also. Those were my two favorite CoD games. Modern Warfare 3 was alright. I feel similar about Modern Warfare 3 and Ghosts. They just feel like similar games to me, although there's less in Ghosts than there was in Modern Warfare 3. You know, you had the full specialist package, you had some insane kill streaks, like the Reaper, the Osprey Gunner. So much fun. This Ghost just feels like a stripped-down version of it. Anyways, that's why I feel like I'm not going to be getting the DLC on this one. Now, I might get it to possibly do some videos about it. If you guys are interested in seeing this, this is actually something that I've done for the previous Call of Duties, is that I get the DLC and I do map walkthroughs, because a lot of times people like to get the feel for the maps without actually, you know, having to get them, or they want to see like every nook and cranny of it, walking through all of the map instead of just watching a gameplay and somebody walk in specific areas, things like that. So I might end up doing that in, you know, the next few days here, or possibly get the Season Pass, but there really hasn't been that much of an interest for Call of Duty videos, just in general, on anybody's channels. I talked about this in the last commentary, and that did phenomenal. But there's just, you know, there's not much of a draw for it, so I'm hesitant to even go for it, and that would be my main reason for doing it. The thing is, I'd rather spend that $50, $60 on all of this DLC, which I feel like should have already been included anyways in the maps that I've gotten in the game that I've already purchased. You know, I feel like that should already be there. But at the same time, I would be willing to buy it if I was interested in still playing the game, but it's kind of dead to me right now. I just kind of like trolling and making my videos in it in terms of my YouTube series. So, with that being said, I think, and I would probably recommend you guys, save your money of that $50 or $60, whatever it is for all the DLC, and get Titanfall. Step it up a notch. Now, if you're on the PS4, or if you really enjoy the Call of Duty series, if you're having a blast with Ghosts, by all means, enjoy. Get the DLC. It's actually better if you are planning on getting all of it. It does save you money if you get the full Season Pass, which is $50 for the full Season Pass, which gets you all of the DLC, including the first one. You can get that at any point you want to, even if you are going to purchase it after the release date of the first DLC. But otherwise, you could just buy them $15 each, which totals $60. So that's where the range comes from, 50 to 60. You know, that's a little bit expensive, but think about how much time you put into Call of Duty, say like 20 days or something. You divide that by the cost, then your cost per hour is extremely low of how much you actually play the games. Because that's the thing too, when you get the new maps, you get it released over time, so it gives you kind of a refresh of the game. It lets you have more maps to play, and it makes things more interesting. I do enjoy DLC, but it's got to be a game that you really enjoy. So if you are thinking about getting the DLC, keep this in mind. How much do you play it? Is it going to be worth it for you? And then another aspect, which I think a lot of people are overlooking actually, is think about your console. If you're on the Xbox One or PlayStation 4, there's not that many people playing it. About 20,000 or so I usually see on. Whereas, you know, on the Xbox 360, there's like 200,000 people that are on. And I'm not kidding. If you try and play like a hunted game type, it targets you to play with players that are in the same skill range, right? Number one. It also targets people who are in the same area as you. I always play with people in California, Mexico, things like that, because I'm in Southern California. It targets people around me. So with that being said, whenever I try and go find like a hunted lobby, infected, where there's only 500 people in the world playing on Xbox One, I'm sure it's the same for PlayStation 4, it's hard to find a lobby. If you buy the DLC, you're going to isolate yourself more. And keep this in mind if you're going to buy it individually and only buy one DLC at a time, not get the Season Pass. This is really going to hurt you, because if you only get the first DLC pack and you don't get the next ones, then you're only going to be allowed to play with people who also only own the first DLC pack. If you skip the first one and only buy the second one, you're only going to be able to play with people who own only the second DLC pack, which is going to be hardly anybody. You're going to always be playing with the same people. It's going to take you a long time to find the lobby, and then they might put you with people that are halfway across the country, and you're going to get a bad host. So that's why it's good to have a lot of people playing the game. Maybe if you're on the 360, it might be a better reason, but at the same time, you know, you might be upgrading to the Xbox One soon. There's a lot of different variables that go into it. So if you're definitely playing a lot of Call of Duty, that's my recommendation. If you're not and you do have the Xbox like myself, then look forward to some Titanfall. It comes out in March, which is just over a month away. It's getting close, and hopefully we can be seeing some more of these games pick up pace. Now, obviously, we don't know how Titanfall is going to be. It is over a month away, so if you want to enjoy something now, you could get that DLC. Like I said, I might be getting it, but for now, I'm playing some Battlefield 4. Hell, I'd recommend you get Battlefield 4 if you haven't already, or get the DLC for the Battlefield 4. That's something I got, and I'm loving it. You got the bring back from the last maps, and actually, let's talk about the maps a little bit from the first DLC pack that's coming out for Ghost right now. One of them is actually bring back from a Modern Warfare 2 map. Scrapyard, I believe it was called. It was one with all the airplanes that were hollowed out. That was a really sick map, probably one of my favorites in it, although there was a lot of really good Modern Warfare 2 maps, but that was definitely a good map. That's one of the bringbacks. The rest of them, they seem to be hyping up this KEM type thing that you can get in each one from care packages. I don't really like the care packages. You're rewarding these players for not even doing a good job. If I get a 15 kill streak, I get a low key that lasts for 40 seconds, barely does anything, and then people are just getting a 2 kill streak and getting freaking, you know, nukes raining down on the thing on Warhawk, or, you know, whatever the map is. They're getting all these special abilities. Doesn't seem very fair. But anyways, that's for another commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Titanfall coming out. A lot of excitement with that. I'm going to an event for that. That's an exclusive invite. I'm going to be doing some coverage on that, making some videos, and then some opinions about the DLC. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know with a like and comment down below. Let me know what you think about Titanfall and the DLCs. Are you going to be getting them? Are you still sticking with Battlefield? Or are you going to go over to Titanfall with me? Let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. This is StoneMouse64 signing out. Later, guys.